Hey guys, it's Zachary from HardwareZone, and today we're going to be talking about this. This is the Nespresso Vertuo Creatista. Now, I haven't been making videos in a while, and that's sort of because I just had a baby. There's no time to do anything, there's no space, my home is a mess. I'm a mess, constantly tired. I don't think I've slept at all in the past couple of months, but I shouldn't be putting my problems onto you. Just saying that we have a new setup here, and hopefully we can get videos rolling again on the regular in the channel. And this seems to be the perfect sort of gadget to kickstart the whole thing, because God knows I need coffee. Now, I've actually done Nespresso reviews in the past. I've talked about the Vertuo system, how it works, so I'm not actually going to touch this side of the machine. The beauty of all Nespresso machines is that they're all kind of the same as long as you have the correct pods. You either have the original line pods, or this is the Vertuo pods, the big pot-like, bowl-like pod with the barcodes. Basically, open the machine, pop the pod in, the machine reads the barcodes, press a button, out comes your coffee, and they're all the same. So one Vertuo machine to another, it's the same. I'm not going to go through that all over again, although we may drink a lot more coffees today because Nespresso sort of sent me a whole bunch of new pods that I did not drink in my last Drink All the Nespresso Pod video that I did. You can go check that out as well, but we'll see. At the end of the day, if it's not late enough and I can still drink this much coffee, we may make a video for this, a follow-up to that Drink All the Nespresso Pod video. If you want that, comment in the comment below. Okay, so this video, you move to the side, we are going to be talking about this portion of the machine, which is the Creatista side of the machine. If you notice that there is a steam one integrated, and it's supposed to make the kind of velvety, smooth milk that you get in cafes or proper espresso machines with a steam one that you can make latte art with. It's very different from the frothed milk from Nespresso's own like Aerochino standalone frother, or some of their machines with the built-in milk dispensing systems like the Lattissima. This is a proper steam one. But why we're interested in this is because this is an auto steam one, so we're letting technology sort of do half the work. Because if you ever tried using a steam one, it's not that easy to make not just latte art, but even steam milk. Even steaming that milk to get that correct texture takes a lot of time, effort, and practice. You know, how to hold your jug, how deep to put it in. If you watch other YouTube videos, they you know, it's a whole ritual just to steam milk. This supposedly does it completely automatically, so you get really good milk texture, and all you need to do is practice your latte art pouring skills. So that's what I want to try out. Okay, let's steam some milk. We're set up here. I've got my favorite milk, some cups, and a milk jug. Now we're just going to go through some of the settings in the machine and some quirks that I've figured out from using this. On this side, there are two buttons, so two rows of selection. On the right, on my right, is the milk temperature button. I haven't actually been able to find what the exact temperature is from the manual, but it's low, medium, high. And on the left is the milk texture or the froth level of the milk. Again, low, medium, high. I'm going to use level 1, 2, and 3 here because it's easier to say than low, medium, high each time. So 1, 2, 3, the level of sort of foam or the texture that it's going to make for your milk. Now, I'm just going to show what these three different textures would do, and we'll set that up. Now the thing about this, I said it's an auto one, is that, okay, we'll choose level 1 now, we'll do 1, 2, and 3 so you can see what it will do to the milk. Now the thing about an auto one is that there is no manual override, so if you actually want to try frothing your own milk like a professional, you can't do that. It's a sensor system. If you lift this up in any way, it will just stop. So it's auto only. It sort of fits Nespresso's profile. I mean, if you're buying this for the coffee for the convenience, you're also buying this for the milk for the convenience. So let's start. Okay, so we're done with all three, and just to show you what the different levels are, this is level 1, this is level 2, and this is level 3. Now level 1 has a very nice sort of silky microfoam. You can't really see the bubbles. It's there, it's sort of on top, but it gives your milk this velvety texture. It gives your milk body. It actually feels nicer to drink. Like I said, level 2, you can see a lot more bubbles. It's exact same amount of milk that I put in the picture. Level 2 has a lot more bubbles and a lot more air in the bubbles. You can actually see the size of the bubbles, and when you drink it, you can feel the bubbles first, the airiness of the bubbles before you get to the milk. And level 3 has the most sort of air, largest bubble sizes, the most sort of foam. You can see physical bubbles, and it's sort of like fizzing and popping at the top. If you leave it for a while, you can see the bubbles break. Now this is more closely akin to the kind of froth milk you get from the Aerochinos, more airy, more foamy, and if you try to drink this, you get more bubbles in your face before you even touch milk. Now, why? This is from the lack of sleep. I'm doing crazy things. Now, why do people want different levels? Because depends on the milk drink you want to make. Maybe you want to make an oat milk, maybe you want to make a soy or almond milk, maybe you want to make drinks that you want to top up with foam rather than integrate that foam into the milk. But if you want to make latte art, I think level 1 is the only milk that is able to make from this auto frother that will make milk that is capable of producing latte art. Now, let's try making coffee and latte art. Yum. Okay, so we've reset and I've made a cup of coffee with the Vertuo, and we've steamed some milk. So before you start trying out your latte art, this is something that is interesting to take note of because of the way Nespresso Vertuo machines make coffee, is that they produce a lot of foam, or crema in Nespresso's term for the Vertuo. But as you can see, this is unlike proper crema from an espresso machine. This is also very foamy and it's very bubbly, and if you try to pour latte art into this foam, it just goes right through. Doesn't matter what you do, it just falls right through the foam. Okay, so we've reset and we're going to make another coffee and steam another jug of milk and try this again. Now, if you have this system and you've always been wondering if it's you and why can't you make latte art, with all this automation, it's not you, it's the machine. What you want to do is take away all that foam. Yep, it's not going to look pretty in your cup, but with a little practice and maybe different cups that not glass, take away all the foam, or at least most of it. I mean, try not to take the coffee away, just the foam layer. So now we just have our coffee left. We've took out all the big chunks of bubbles and foams. Hopefully it is not going to be a negative demonstration. Let's go. Latte art. Okay, so we've reset again and I've brought in all our other examples just to show you the difference between milk texture and sort of microfoam, the foam that is able to make latte art. As you can see, this is the positive example of latte art, successful latte art, and this was the one that we couldn't because we didn't take out the foam from the coffee and we just poured the milk in it. And if you can see how it's sort of like disintegrated, if you just leave it alone, that foam just melts away and it doesn't really look good anymore, and it deflated from how thick it was. Similar to our milk, when we started this video, we just made milk. The one that is on level 1, which is the foam that's capable of latte art, as you can see, it still keeps its texture, it's still there, and it's quite nice looking still, while level 2 and level 3, again, just like this one, with the airy type of foam, not the silky, velvety micro foam, has again started to degrade and it has deflated as well. It's thin, it's light, and you're not able to make latte art out of it. So what have we learned here today is that the Nespresso Vertuo Creatista is able to make velvety, smooth microfoam that is latte art capable, that also tastes really good and make a nice milk mustache, besides the whole airy stuff, with an auto wand. So technology at work here. And I know people who buy this machine just want convenience. One button, make your coffee look good. That's what you want, not just for yourself, but for your guests. When people come to your house, you want to sort of impress them with your skills, or at least the machine's skills. And this machine is able to take you from just making good looking coffee to really good looking coffee. Of course, you still need to put some effort in learning the art, but that's one more hurdle passed with the use of technology. And I think that's great. Now, for 1,099 Singapore dollars, the Vertuo Creatista isn't exactly a cheap machine. For that price, you could get a comparable sort of enthusiast or prosumer class espresso setup. But then you're gonna have to buy beans, grind your own beans, learn how to make espresso, learn how to steam milk, learn how to pour milk. You may not be into that whole thing. It's not your hobby. You just want the coffee, and that's what Nespresso is offering. That's what you're buying into, that whole convenience from making coffee to making milk. And even if you can't pour latte art yet, you can definitely try now, you can practice. But even if you couldn't, this makes textured milk that is good to drink. Right out, automatic, put in, turn one button, and you've got really great tasting milk. And I think that's worth it to quite a lot of people. What do you think? Do you own an espresso machine? Do you have other Nespresso machines that have been able to froth milk before, like the Aeroccino or the Lattissima? Would you get like the Creatista type machine? Or are you into sort of espresso hobby? Do you think there's way too much faff going on in trying to make the perfect cup? Would this something be a lot more convenient to you, right? Tell us in the comments, like, subscribe, and hopefully we make more videos. Yay! Coffee! Hey guys, before you go, don't forget to check out HardwareZone.com, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, join in the conversation, like and subscribe to our YouTube if you want to see more of these videos. Do it!